What's up, good people? Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Happy Monday to you. I hope that you guys had a wonderful day today. Let me just double check, make sure the Facebook knows that I am live. In the meantime, please say hello. Let me know where you are joining me from all over this beautiful world. And I want to give a shout out to the Girl Ask Me Anything community. Appreciate y'all. Love you. If you would love to join a community of amazing women who are being very intentional about discovering their potential, developing their strengths, and designing their success their way, come on over and jump on in. We would love to have you. So let me just make sure that Facebook is doing what it's supposed to do. And then we will get started. The topic for tonight is what they say. What they say. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I'm not going to be long. I'm definitely not going to be long. But if this is your first time joining me, please say hello. I see some hearts going. That's really cool. Thank you so much. But let me know. Let me know that you're here. Please say hello. So tonight, what they say. Let's talk about what they say. You know what? We seem to admire people who have a stick-to-itiveness to them. They don't quit. They don't give up. You see them grinding. You see them out there hustling. You see them out there just doing their thing. And there's a certain level of awe and respect that we, whether it's outward, vocally, or whether it's quietly in the background, there's a level of admiration that we have for people who don't give up. And yeah, unfortunately, there are many of us that really do give up too quickly. So it's not something that I can say for myself that I'm proud of. It's not something that I just want to go out there and boast about, like, hey, I quit on something. But there's a lot of things that could have been accomplished. There are a lot of successes that could have been had not quitting taken place, right? So what makes people quit? If you have quit on something, or you have just decided that, you know what, this is too hard, I'm afraid, I'm scared, whatever. If you have, gone back and, hindsight is always 2020, you look back and you say, well, what, had I not made that decision, things may have been different now. If you're brave enough and bold enough to put it down in the comments, I would love to give you a high five and know that I'm not out there by myself. Most people really do fail to understand why they quit so quickly. And what I want to tell you is this: perseverance and persistence is something that definitely can be cultivated. It's something that can be learned. Persistence, perseverance, persevering in spite of, having that, okay, you know what? No matter what, I'm committed to finishing. I'm committed to completing. If you've decided that you're going to, start a eating plan because you are more willing, your desires to be healthy, then your desire to be healthy is stronger than your desire for, your favorite Starbucks coffee or whatever. That's a simple example. I figured we could talk about food or weight or something because everybody deals with that, right? Being healthy. We learn how to develop that muscle of persistence. We learn how to develop that muscle of persevering. If you have decided that, when you were going for your degree, there were some hard nights, there were some tough classes, there were some, some just challenges that you had to go through in order to get to that finish line. You persisted and you persevered until you finished, right? But what happens when it's in the areas of, things that you won't get applause for? where no one's going to go and, hey, Desiree, good for you for believing in yourself so that you could, bring to light this idea that you had. Or, something that people aren't readily going to be out there celebrating you for, recognizing you for, when it's not the big things that everyone can see, but it's the little things that really matter, that really make a difference. How well are you persisting? And how often are you listening to the theys? How often are you listening to the theys? Like, oh, they said, like the infamous they said that X, Y, and Z. You want to know one of the reasons why people give up? Is because they spend a lot of time listening to what they said. We'll spend more time listening to what they said opposed to listening to what we have committed to. Hey, Marla's Mercy, I've been living this. Even some of the big things don't get celebrated. No, they don't get celebrated. They don't. And it really depends on who we have surrounded ourselves with, on who will do the celebrating. It's always something that we have to look at, but that's a topic for another day. Today we're focusing on what is it that makes you quit? What makes you quit? What makes you give up? What makes you say, you know what? Wow, you know what? They said that fill in the blank and it made a difference to you. Caring about what other people's opinions are is something that we learn. It's something that we learn very, very young. It doesn't take too long when you're in kindergarten, like when you first start school, to realize when someone is judging you. It doesn't take a long time. And, when you're kids can be brutal, y'all. They are just incredibly honest. It was a couple summers ago, we were out visiting my brother and family, and my niece, I think she had to be like 3 or 4. And so I had taught the girls, my daughter and her, I taught them how to make slime. And so, they're making their slime, they're doing their little YouTube video, recording them and everything. And so they made their slime, they're having a good time, and she's just taking it and she's playing with it and she's squishing it and she's doing all that stuff. So afterward, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm kind of laying back. Now, for those of you guys that know me, I'm not the smallest woman, okay? And so she walks up to me and she kind of pinches my belly and she says, "Ooh, slime." Kids are honest. They will tell you exactly what it is that they're thinking, whatever it is. And sometimes it's really harsh. As we grow in time, sometimes we grow out of this. We you know what? We laughed about it because it was just like clockwork. It was funny. And I'm like, yeah, baby, that auntie's got some slime that she needs to get rid of, right? Some squishy that she needs to get rid of. And after, at some point we start, we outgrow some of that, right? We learn how to be more couth and more copacetic as we get older, and we learn how to hold our tongues. But there's something that happens when we listen and when we hear someone else criticize us, or when we hear them give their opinion about something, that when we're dealing with insecurity, when we're dealing with doubt, when we're dealing with fear, when we have not developed the confidence that we need just yet, if you're an entrepreneur, I know that many entrepreneurs have experienced this very thing. And if you're a wantrepreneur, you're going to want to listen to this, okay? Let's say you have an idea Hey, Christian. Hey, Sanji. What's up, Sanji? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen your name pop up here. My Mary Kay sister. Hello. Um, if you are just starting off and you have this idea that you want to go into business, whatever it is, if you're doing, direct sales, or you're doing, like, you've got this idea that you want to launch into a business, and you're so excited about it, and you go to the people that you truly believe are going to support you, they're going to cheer for you, they're going to say, hey, that's a great idea, go for it. They're going to support you with their money. They're going to do the things that you truly expect and believe of them. But all it takes is just that one opinion, that one slight, that one just that one. And it can have an effect if you don't keep it in the right perspective. It can have an effect if you don't keep it in the right perspective. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to give you a little secret. Don't tell everybody everything. Sometimes you just have to work in silence and let the success be your noise. You might find that you'll figure out that everybody that has an opinion, you don't have to accept as yours if you know what has been given to you by the Creator Almighty for you to go and execute on. Sometimes you just got to make your moves in silence. Because those opinions, if you are not secure and you've not built that safe space around you so that you can fail, or you're not in a community where you can fail and you'll be lifted up, the opinions that you care so much about will stop you right in your tracks. That's what causes failure. Caring too much about the opinions of others. It can hinder your success. The opinions can sometimes sting, but here's what I say, and I'm not telling you anything that I have not experienced for myself, am experiencing right now, and that I have not lived out, because the best teacher, wisdom, evaluated experiences is wisdom. Here's just a real truth, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. I said I wasn't gonna spend more than 15 minutes on here. The fact is, there are few people that really do care. Few. Most are thinking about themselves. That's a fact. Most people are so concerned about themselves, they're not even thinking about you. So you might as well just do the thing that the Creator has assigned for you to do. Make your moves in silence. Marla, you said a mouthful right here. I'm just going to add it right on here. That is why it's important to only rely on your mastermind circle. Absolutely. And be very conscientious and very cautious, very inquisitive about those who you allow into your circle. Because everyone's not going to cheer for you, but those that do will silence the noise of those that don't. So the best advice that I could give you on this thing, on what they say, who cares? You go and you do what you've been assigned to do. Circle yourself and make your moves in silence, because few people really care, and you've got work to do. So that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you for joining me tonight on Grow with Dezi, #built for this. If you have not joined the Girl Ask Me Anything community, I would love to have you there. We have an amazing group of women that are in this community that are real, they're true, and you want to find your space. So the door is open. Come and join us. We would love to have you. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you again tomorrow night. Take care.